Hey beauties! Today I'm going to be sharing with you this fall makeup look using the Morphe 35o palettes in shimmer and in matte. I know you don't need both of these palettes, guys. I just bought both of them because I'm a psychopath and I wanted every single shadow in both matte and shimmer. So that's why I bought both of them, and they were having a really good deal, so that's why I got them. Anyways, I wanted to finally get back on here and film a tutorial for you guys, so I filmed this look. Hopefully it's coming up good on camera. It looks so good in person. I think personally, whatever. Anyways, so it is just very rusty and like fall because hello, it's fall, my favorite season. The 3 months out of the year you will not catch me complaining at all because I fucking love fall so much. Anyways, enough rambling. If you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, so obviously first thing we're going to start with shadow base. Duh. Always start with shadow base. So we're gonna just prime our little liddies. Please don't mind what my eyelashes look like right now. I have not combed them yet. They need to be filled. They're gonna be filled next week from now. It's been 2 weeks since I've had them on, so they're looking a little sparse, so don't mind them. So now that we've primed our eyes, we're gonna take the Sigma E40, and like I promised, I'm gonna be using the Morphe 35o shimmer and matte palettes today. Obviously, like I mentioned, you don't have to have both these palettes. You could just have the 35o, but I wanted all of the shadows. This is the matte palette. So anyway, out of the matte palette, we're gonna go in with this shade right here in the crease. Just like a nice neutral, like brown crease shade, you know, the usual. So obviously, I'm going to just buff that all in the crease into the inner corner really sloppily, just because obviously there's a million shadows that are gonna go over it. Let's see how many times I can say obviously today. Same thing. Hope this is coming out good, like lighting wise, because to me on the viewfinder thing pretty much looks washed out, so I'm hoping that's not how it's gonna be. Oh god. Welcome back, Becky. This is what you get for being away for so long, as per usual. So next I'm gonna take this shade right here, also from the matte palette. I haven't dipped into the shimmer palette yet. And I'm gonna take that on my E25 from Sigma. And I'm only going to buff that right into like the lower crease. So, and the only reason I'm doing this is to add depth. It's gonna peek through like maybe a smidge, but I'm trying not to bring it up. Like, I don't know if you could tell how low I'm keeping it. I don't wanna bring it up above the crease, and I definitely don't mind if it gets like below the crease just because we're gonna cover it anyway, but it's almost just to add the depth. And again, bringing it into the inner corner as well. I'm gonna go back in with my E, is this the E40? Yeah, oh my god, I don't know. I'm gonna go back in with my E40 and just kind of go back over top of that and blend it some more just to make sure it's super blended. Again, I'm not really using the shadow to like show. It's almost just for depth. It's not really gonna show through. And if it does, you know, it's only gonna give a little bit. Basically don't even have to do the shadow, but I like it because it's gonna help the crease blend with the lid. I'm gonna go in with the E45 and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna continue to stay in the matte palette and I'm gonna go and do my outer corner. I'm gonna start actually, I think I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna start with this shadow right here, this warm brown. And I actually might mix it with the brown that's underneath it, which is a little bit cooler tone, but like, not really. I don't think any color in this palette is cool, except for like that one. Okay. And I'm gonna place this just in my outer, ooh, whoopsies, in my outer corner like so. I'm obviously gonna buff that, but for right this second, I'm just placing it with the E45. Then I'm just dusting off the excess on my pants, like I always do. I'm not going above the crease, I'm just kind of like sitting in there. So I wanna keep this pretty low. I'm gonna go back in with the first shadow and just kind of buff it back in. So I'm just gonna kind of build up that intensity. And using the very tip of this to kind of, not exactly cut the crease, but just a little bit. All right, moving on to the shimmer palette, my favorite. Oh my goodness gracious, I like literally, oh, I'm sorry. I obviously stole that, but this is like the most best shade ever. Okay, so we're definitely gonna use that shadow right down here, like literally the best shade in the entire world. And I'm gonna use the F70, which is technically a concealer brush from Sigma, but like, who listens to rules? Not me, that's for show. Actually, you know what guys, I'm gonna switch that up a little bit. See this bit? Oh yeah. Scratch that. We're gonna first go in with this shadow right here, and I'm gonna pack that on the lid first, actually, because I've kind of changed my mind a little bit. Yes, I have. So this one's not as shimmery. It's more of like, still shimmer, obviously, but not as much as the first one I showed you. Oh, yes, look at that. Okay, so I'm just pushing it onto the lid. It's obviously a little sloppy, but I'm just kind of packing it on there, seeing as I am gonna blend it, and I'm gonna add that first shadow I showed you. Okay. You know the rules, blend, blend, blend. MAC Fix Plus, squirt my brush. Now this is gonna be intense. Now, if you don't wanna blind anyone with your gorgeous eyes, or, you know, I don't know, if you're driving down the street and like you don't want someone to look over in your car and crash their car because they're just so astonished by how amazing your eyelids look, then you probably don't have to spray it. But because I want to, you know, impress myself, whatever, it's so weird, I'm gonna pack it all over my brush, and I'm going to, oh my god, okay, yeah. Oh, it's cold. Pack it on their lid. My camera's like flashing like 0. Doesn't make sense, I have 94% and it's still recording. So that's why I keep looking up, because I'm scared it's not gonna keep recording. Look at that. I forgot what that flashing light was. I basically just had to delete my entire memory card because all of my old videos are on it. So anyways, I haven't moved past this. We are just packing that on the lid. Okay, only on half of it. Obviously, we're not gonna cover it like this nice half the way and all by hand. So with that being said, I'm gonna go back in with my E25 and I'm going to add kind of just haven't added any of that like mustardy shade. I'm just kind of using it now just to buff that crease out because it's starting to have a little messer. And also back with this one. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into our matte palette. I know it seems like extra tedious to have 2 palettes, but like I said, I'm an obsessive freak and I like to have all the colors in all of, you know, in both matte and shimmer. So I'm gonna go back in with this one down here, it's a little bit darker, and at this point, I'm gonna mix it, I'm gonna mix it with this shadow, I think. I mixed it with this one the other day and I didn't like it as much. I'm gonna mix it with this one. Test it out, why not? So mix these two. And now this is just to deepen that outer corner. Okay, so I just did my winged eyeliner. I am going to admit that I did attempt to kind of show you guys how to do it, but it ended up turning out to be a shit show. So this is the wing liner. Now that we are all cleaned up, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. I love this primer. for this time of the year, which is kind of funny because it is becoming more dry. So like my skin's becoming more dry, but I really do love this primer just because I like more of a matte look in the winter. So I'm going to put that. Let's get rid of that. I'm gonna put that all over. So with that being said, how I said that I really, really like more matte skin, I still need it to be hydrated. So I'm still gonna use my Photo Finish Priming Water from Smashbox just to add hydration back into my face. Because if I don't, then like, I'll look cakey and gross. So, gotta put that on. And then today I'm gonna be using the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. Mine is in the shade RG10 Supernatural. This foundation, I guess, is also not matte. It is full coverage. So maybe what I meant was like a smooth full coverage foundation look in the winter. So clearly I am on crack this morning. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this. This stuff is thick, 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 thick. And of course I'm like the fairest of the fair. So I'm going to buff that in with my Tarte Kabuki brush. I don't know if this thing has a name or if it just is like the Kabuki brush, but it's gold because it was the cut my hair. The Christmas collection last year, holiday. If you want to be very PC right now, holiday collection. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my damp beauty blender and just kind of smush that all over my face just to pick up anything that's like extra and not really needed. Because this foundation is pretty thick. So because it's really thick, it just like, you know, is thick. So it sticks to your face. Next, we're gonna go in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. I'm also in the shade Fair in this just because, you know, I'm very translucent right now and always. So I've been trying to go a little bit lighter handed with my concealer just because I feel like it's been like creasing a lot lately. Not like creasing, I don't know. My under eyes have just looked so freaking dry. And I'm wondering if that is the Anastasia like contour kit, because I feel like whenever I don't use that contour kit to set my under eye, it like doesn't look as dry. And when I use that, it just like makes my under eye look so dry. So I'm like thinking it's that, which sucks because I love that contour kit. But maybe like if it's not like the dead of summer, I can't really do it. I don't know. And I also think like my under eye lines are getting deeper. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I'm turning 25 and I just feel like I'm like hitting a quarter of a century, which I know is super annoying to say, like 25, you're so young, blah, 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 blah. But I still feel like those lines, you can't see them, but like those lines are just so deep and the concealer keeps setting in them and it's driving me fucking crazy. So if you guys have that problem, please let me know down below if you are experiencing your quarter life crisis right now, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. All right, so next I am going to set my under eyes using the Revive Soft Focus Powder in Vanilla. I love this powder because, like I was saying earlier, I feel like the Anastasia one is like drying out my under eyes, and I feel like this definitely does not at all dry out my under eyes. Instead, that like freaking line I was bitching and complaining about, it almost smooths that out because it's soft focus, so it's kind of meant to. And there's like no drying. So I just kind of pack that on under my eye. Next up, we're just gonna finish our eyes so I don't just look like a white face and floating eyes. I think I wanna go in with this shade down here, which is like the matte version of the shimmery shade we used. And on my flat definer brush, this is the E15, I am going to buff that on the lower line like tight, because we're gonna obviously buff that out, but I wanna. Oops. Pack that tight on the lash line. Okay, then going in with that same creasy mustardy color that we use that like doesn't really show, I am going to buff that shadow that we just put down there out with that. on my brush, I'm gonna take like just the tip, so she said, and put it right into that bottom shade again and tap that off and just kind of buff that a little bit more and make my really hideous, I'm buffing my under eye face. Okay guys, so now going back in, I want to use the rich like warm brown first, and then I'm gonna mix that with that warm brown down there. And just on the outer corners, just kind of like we did with the eyeshadow at the top, we're going to buff that right on the sides. Next, we're going to go in with just a black eyeliner. This is Revive's Noir Gel Eyeliner. And I'm gonna put that right on the waterline. Quickly, we're gonna put some mascara on just my bottom eyelashes because I don't have top eyelashes, I have extensions. So if you don't have extensions, go ahead and put your mascara on, lashes, whatever you like. So we're gonna take this very, very light, like alabaster kind of color. It's the matte shadow. And I'm gonna put this using a E70 just on my brow bone, just because I want to keep the matte shadows going from like crease to brow bone. Okay, going back in repetitively with this one, I'm gonna use this Gorgina color right here. And I am gonna use that on just like a random concealery brush because I'm going to spritz it. Because I'm going to spritz it with some MAC Fix Plus. This is kind of a big brush, so I just want to kind of taper it a little bit. I'm going to go in with the shadow right here. And I'm going to mix it with this shadow right here because this shadow is like stunning. And I'm going to put that right in the inner corner and then bring it down, just like right there, to add some light back. I have not been bronzing my face very much, but I'm going to do that today because I feel like I look so extremely like fair. I'm just gonna use the bronzing powder in medium from Revive. Just put it on a big F30 brush and then like dust it off because I really don't want too much bronze. And I'm just gonna kind of high parts of my temples. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette. Sorry, I'm blinding you with the gorgeous and the fact that it's like completely matte. And I'm gonna go in right here with Amaretto. Just because it's a little bit warmer than the other two, which is kind of like actually like a sunny shade personally, but I'm just gonna put that. I'm gonna try to go light-handed with the blush because you guys know I am not good at that. I am like heavy-handed. So I'm trying here. Oh. Okay guys, so now I can finally film again, seeing my battery has cooled down. Since I have been gone, I did my eyebrows. They look very dark on camera. They're not that dark in person. I think it's just because everything's like super hyper exposed. So anyways, I did my eyebrows like normal. Okay, so the last step that we have to do is just some highlighter. I'm gonna actually use the Smashbox Shimmer Highlighter. It's called Soft Lights in Shimmer. So I obviously hit pan on this. I used to love this highlighter. This is like the first high-end highlighter I think I purchased off of a recommendation of Jaclyn Hill, obviously. So it's the first high-end highlighter that I've ever owned. And I used to love this highlighter and I completely forgot about it when I was cleaning, you know, just like tidying up my vanity. I found it, and I didn't like I found it. It was always right in front of my face, but I like kind of rediscovered it. So we're gonna use that today. Anyway, we're gonna be using the Tarte like fanny type of brush type of thing, I don't know. And we're just gonna, you know, high points of our cheek it. I wanted to go a little bit softer on the highlight because I'm so used to like Champagne Pop and like Becca Pearl, and they are like uber intense, so we're just gonna do like a slight highlight today. Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever I'm saying. Anyway, we're gonna go in with a little bit denser of a brush just because I need a little bit more right here. Right here. Okay. And now, tip of the nosy, Cupid's bow. Yeah, why not? A little bit on the cheeks and forehead because you never can have too much highlight. So last but not least, finally this tutorial is done after like filming for like an hour, I swear to God. It's gonna be so difficult to cut this down. I'm going to use Revive's waterproof lip liner in Ballet, and then I'm gonna go over top with Syrup by MAC. All right, guys, there it is. This is my fall makeup look. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. Sorry if it's a little rough, just because it is my first tutorial back. I mean, I love how it turned out. Not sure how it's picking up on the camera because the viewfinder is always a liar to me. So once I get it on the computer, I'll find out how it actually came out. But in person, I think it looks so good. I'm obsessed with these Morphe palettes. And I know it's probably like the 5th time I've said it, but you don't need both Morphe palettes, obviously. As you can tell, it was a little tedious going back and forth with the two of them, but I'm just so happy to have all of the shadows in shimmer and matte. So that's why I got them both. So if you want to check it out, you know, their link will be in the description. I am not an affiliate, so I don't have an affiliate code, but you guys all probably know who the affiliates are. You can go into their codes if you want to save 10%, but I don't have one of those codes. So I'll just link Morphe down the bottom just so you guys can get the palettes if you wanted to. It's all on you. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to all of my social media. The links are in my description bar below. I've been getting more active on Snapchat, so make sure you check me out there. I'll link that one right here just so you can like kind of click on it. Thanks. Also, please subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey beauties. Today I'm going to share with you how to do a sock bun. This has been something that every single time I wear a sock bun, someone asks me how to do them.